going to be a good fight. I think Gil's got the opportunities to catch the kicks, get the takedown. You know, he's got to be able to hold him down and get the finish. So we'll see what happens. But, I mean, Gil's got to keep those hands up. He's got to be ready for keeping the length. He's got to work his way on the inside, and he's got to make sure that he's catching kicks. You know, Gil came back in the second fight when we fought each other, and you could tell he'd been working catching kicks because I kicked him a couple times in the body. That's how he got takedowns on me. So look for him to probably catch kicks, keep his hands up, throw the big right hand straight down the pipe, and maybe pressure him to the fence and get the takedowns.
That's an interesting fight to me. You know, I think Gil has the ability to keep Pettis guessing with takedowns, but you know, Pettis has proven himself time and time again. So to me, that's gonna, you know, I can't really make a pick on that one.
Gilbert and Anthony Pettis. Gilbert's going to be a strong wrestler, strong puncher. Anthony Pettis does have some stuff off his back, you know, which we have seen, but we don't see a lot of it. Pettis is very athletic, you know, we've seen in the past, he's been doing a lot of crazy things. So I think that might mix up with Gilbert. Is he going to keep him at bay? Is he going to keep him where he can't get the takedown? I think that if he can keep him from getting the takedowns, that's going to really help Anthony in this. You know, the first round definitely build some confidence going into the second, third, fourth, and fifth round, because if he can sort of keep Gilbert on the feet on the first round, I think that's going to move into the second round where Gilbert's not going to be as and if he can, whenever he shoots, he's got to make him pay. If he makes him pay for a shot and he stays on the feet, I think it's gonna wear out Gilbert.
Pettis Melendez. On Pettis' side, you got a guy that's rolling. I mean, the guy's hot like a stove right now. I mean, he's just starched Ben Henderson, done some phenomenal things. You see what he did to Lozon. You see he's got devastating power, amazing technique, top to bottom. I mean, sick grappler. His stand-up is, in my opinion, he's got the best stand-up in the UFC right now. I mean, and I'm even comparing that to Chiesa and Anderson. I mean, when Pettis goes out there, it's usually a finish. I mean, the guy's devastating. I mean, the Donald Cerrone fight. Donald Cerrone's one of the best guys in the division, and what he did to him was definitely eye-opening. But then you got Melendez, who just gritty, tough. You hear the stories about how he trains. The guy's just a freaking animal. He's a huge 55er. The X factor, in my opinion, for this fight is, you know, Pettis has that risk-taking style, so you know that in his training camps he takes a lot of risks, and you know, unfortunately, he pays the price. You hear about the guy having to pull out of a lot of fights. He occurs a lot of injuries, where Melendez not so much. But I think Melendez Melendez isn't going to buy into the Anthony Pettis aura of being this vaunted striker. I mean, he's earned it. He is a vaunted striker. He's the best striker in the UFC, in my opinion. But I think Melendez isn't going to buy into that. He's going to walk through the strikes. He's going to make it a dirty, nasty, ugly fight, and I just see him winning a decision. Gilbert's destined to be champion. I feel like he got kind of robbed in that Benson-Henderson fight. I see him being Anthony Pettis by unanimous decision.
Both of those guys come to fight, but I just think Anthony Pettis' style is just, you know, crazy. You know, he likes to switch it up, you know, southpaw, you know, he likes to throw his kicks and his punches. He's also good at submitting. You know, he submitted Ben Henderson, and he's strong. So, you know, I'm going to have to go with Pettis on this one.
Gil's got to establish the takedown and the counter off the kicks. Pettis is slick. Pettis is slick with his legs, and he's so fast. So he's got power. I mean, we've all seen it before, but I would say that Gilbert is probably more of the slugger, and he's really got to get in there and put those hands on him first. But if you can keep Pettis on his butt and working to get back on his feet, you know, Guida was able to beat him, right? So, but Guida's so dogged at getting in there. He's pretty good takedown game himself. I just think it's going to be an amazing fight between two really high-level dudes. I mean, two guys at the top of the sport.
That's a very tough fight. I like the way Anthony Pettis fights. I like how he's a finisher and he's always looking to scrap, but I think Melendez lacks where Pettis exceeds, and I see Melendez grinding out a 5-round decision and winning that fight. I like Pettis a lot, don't get me wrong, but I think Melendez's wrestling and pressure is going to be too much.
Melendez has great striking, great wrestling, and Pettis, he's tough to call, man. The kid like throws like crazy kicks, crazy stuff out there. So I don't know. Either way, one, he can catch him with some crazy stuff, or Melendez can take him down and out-wrestle him and out-jits him, so it's a tough one to call.
I think if it comes to grinder, I think Gilbert Melendez can grind him out. But on the same well, Pettis has some tricky jiu-jitsu, and he's got, you know, knockout power, so I'm going to pass. If anything's pulling me one way, I'm going to have to go with the Puerto Rican pride in Pettis.
I'm going to take Pettis. You know, I like my karate guys, you know. I think Pettis goes in there, unpredictable, sticks and moves. He won't get drawn into a battle with him. You know, I think the only, you know, he's really got to watch out for the wrestling.